Kia ora, this program is brought to you by Wellington Access Radio. Wellington Access Radio, make your voice heard.
Greetings and welcome to Supreme Masters Music and Poetry. Today, we continue our series about Loving the Silent Tears, a musical that was inspired by the poetry of Supreme Master Ching Hai. In this episode, we feature cast member Brian Joo, a Korean pop star from the group Fly to the Sky. We'll also find out more about Oscar and two-time Grammy-winning composer David Shire, who has written music for films such as Saturday Night Fever. Please stay tuned. Loving the Silent Tears is a spectacular musical with a profound message about the search for inner peace.
Korean pop star Brian Joo is a household name in his homeland of South Korea, but he also has many fans around the globe. His meteoric rise to stardom began at age 17 as part of South Korea's first R&B duo called Fly to the Sky.
For the next 10 impressive years, Brian and his Fly to the Sky partner, the Korean singer Hwan Ee, produced one chart-topping song after another. Brian shared about his music career in an interview with Supreme Master Television as follows.
I fell in love with music when I was 4th grade in the States. I remember just fooling around during music class. And our music director at the time, kids at that age is like, swing low, sweet chariot, coming up. And I was just fooling, I was like, swing low, sweet. And he's like, where's this coming from? And I've been singing ever since. A friend of mine, knowing that my passion for music was so strong, she saw a flyer and said, basically, if you want to become a singer in South Korea, please contact us. She signed it up, but as me, without telling me. So maybe a week or two after she did it, I get a phone call from this gentleman. So basically, it was like a spontaneous audition. He called me and said a Korean label wanted to see me in person. So, yes, I went to Korea in 98 for the first time ever, and got signed right away.
Brian Joo went on to share some of the highlights from his time with the immensely popular duo Fly to the Sky.
We released our first single, and our single actually won Best New R&B Single. And it was mind-blowing. We had so many different artists back then in South Korea that were so big and so popular, and all of a sudden we're runners-up for the #1 spot on every music channel in South Korea. We won the Best New R&B Group award. We've won various awards in the R&B category as well. To me, it still feels like a dream. I guess that's what really humbles me in the business, to wake up in the morning and realize I'm doing what I've always dreamt of doing. And on top of that, it went well.
With Hwan Ee's deep voice and Brian's soulful vocals, when the two harmonized, it was like magic. Let's listen for a moment to one of Fly to the Sky's signature songs, Missing You.
With a string of #1 hit singles for over a decade, Brian Joo won the hearts of fans from all over the globe, not only for his singing talent, but also his sense of humor and cool style. He shared the following.
I get emails from fans in Russia, Peru, Japan, Iceland, places I never thought my music would reach, like Turkey. Like, really? You know of me in Turkey? I'm like, wow. Romania and Germany, like, these are the countries I still want to go to. I get emails saying, Brian, come to our country, we want to see you in person.
More recently, focusing on his solo career, Brian once again met with success. His first single, Kajima, or Don't Go, reached #1 on the charts, and his album, Unveiled, landed on the iTunes R&B charts in the US, Canada and Japan. Let's listen to his rendition of the English song Domino.
난 사실 너무 네가 그리워 And I don't know what to do because 미치도록 보고 싶은 네 얼굴과 한동안 지우고 싶었던 네 말투와 소금과 물이 조금 섞여지고 눈 밖으로 let it go 이 눈물의 이유는 너 눈물의 이유 너
Brian Zhu is not only an accomplished singer, he is also an actor and a fan of musical theater. He has starred in musicals such as Rent in South Korea. Brian shared his first thoughts about joining the cast of Loving the Silent Tears.
Wow, a higher power has finally answered some of my prayers. Like, I've always dreamt about, everyone dreams about being on stage, but being on stage with all these talented artists, everyone's so endearing and accepting and loving and caring, so it's like a huge family already. I'm literally going to work like, let's go to work, let's do it, because it's so much fun.
Brian Zhu's participation in Loving the Silent Tears sparked a buzz in the international media, not only in South Korea, but also throughout Asia, North and South America, as well as among Korean pop news sites.
In the musical, Brian represented his Korean culture in a duet with Korean R&B singer Heather Park. The song, Singing Praise, whose duet version was featured in our previous episode, is based on excerpts of Supreme Master Ching Hai's poetry from the anthology Silent Tears, with music by celebrated composer David Shire. Let's now enjoy a reading of the lyrics of Singing Praise based on Supreme Master Ching Hai's poetry from the anthology Silent Tears. This will be followed by the song, with music by Oscar and two-time Grammy-winning composer David Shire and vocals by Brian Zhu, who sings in Korean, then in English.
Singing her praise.
한없이 자비로운 스승님 깊고도 깊은 그 은혜 한없는 은총 말할 수 없네 내 깊은 마음속 침묵에 눈물 흐르네 태양도 그 빛 잃어버리네 당신은 별보다 보석보다 찬란한 빛 신성한 그 빛으로 내 영혼 깊은 어둠 밝히네 Oh my longing heart overfilled with joy and divine gladness while bathing in thy infinite splendor all worldly burdens and sorrows depart there is none in this world who's so full of love and mercy it would be my great honor to be just a swallow standing on one leg life after life singing her praise.
We have just enjoyed Singing Praise from Loving the Silent Tears, the musical. The lyrics are based on excerpts from Supreme Master Ching Hai's poetry collection, Silent Tears, with music by Oscar and two-time Grammy-winning composer David Shire, and vocals by Korean pop star Brian Zhu in Korean and English.
After the show, pop star Brian Joo returned to his home in South Korea and happily shared about his experience and played the song Singing Praise on his popular radio show, The Drive-In at TBS English FM.
Hello, South Korea. I'm your DJ, Brian Joo. This is The Drive-In. As you all know, for 3 weeks I was in the U.S. It was my first time ever to do a musical in America. It wasn't a Korean production. It wasn't another Asian production. It was actually an American production. And although I sang my song in Korean, I was just very honored to be able to work in this musical. It was celebrating the 19th year anniversary of Supreme Master Ching Hai, who wrote this book of poetry, beautiful poems. And right now we have a song set up that Heather Parks sings in this version, but in the actual version, me and Heather sang this as a duet. She sang her parts in English, and I sang my parts in Korean.
It would be my great honor to be just a swallow standing on one leg.
찬양이 노래 영원토록 노래하고 싶네.
Yes, for those of you who missed out on the musical, I added a little bit of live Korean lyrics to it. That's exactly how we sang it too. She would sing in English, and I would do like the whole echo thing in the background and sing my parts in Korean. And for those of you guys who came out to the show, thank you so much. It was a great musical and a great experience.
After the spectacular one-time live presentation of Loving the Silent Tears, the media covered the musical as well as Brian Joo and Heather Parks' duet performance. The Korea Times, a leading Korean newspaper in the US, reported the following in their review.
They touched heartstrings with their song, sung both in Korean and English, to introduce Korea, receiving the audience's cheers and applause.
Meanwhile, K-Pop Stars, a Korean pop culture news site with over 800,000 visitors per month, stated,
"The role Brian plays in the musical is that of a Korean, seemingly from an ages-old era, with a similar need as those from the modern day, that of finding inner peace and happiness. With the performance of such a song, Brian reveals his more spiritual self."
In an interview, Brian shared his own thoughts as follows.
I hope I represented South Korea very well. So hopefully the people can actually be like, wow, Brian did justice to the song. He did a very good job. I've never worked with people like that where it's like a production where everybody is there to take care of each other, love each other, support each other. And I feel like I'm going to go back to Korea with this great feeling of support, with this bond I meet with all the actors and singers and dancers here.
Brian, who is a devout Christian, also spoke about the experience of performing songs inspired by Supreme Master Ching Hai's poetry.
I love poems, and to be able to read and hear and to be able to perform her music, her poems in music was phenomenal. And now that I know of her and her poetry, I'm going to read more of the poetry. I think they're beautiful. You know, they're written beautifully, and I just feel like I could learn a lot from the poetry as well.
With his fans' enthusiastic response to his performance in Loving the Silent Tears, Brian's English single of Singing Praise was also greeted with much media coverage, with comments such as, "Brian Joo will have you mesmerize," and "The soulful ballad is beautifully mastered and arranged and showcases Brian's talent for musical theater flawlessly." Korean music critic Jun Young-ro also stated,
Brian's great sensitivity and musical wit stood out. His soft and light voice accomplishes the depiction of emotions and evokes an instinctive inspiration from music. It's been a long time since my ears have been so delighted.
In addition to this original ballad version, an alternate pop remix has also been released.
We now conclude our program with this remix version of Brian Joo's single, Singing Praise, with lyrics based on excerpts of Supreme Master Ching Hai's poetry in Silent Tears and music by the distinguished David Shire. The arrangements are by Emmy winner Doug Katsaros, who is also Loving the Silent Tears musical director. Please enjoy Korean pop star Brian Joo in this remix of Singing Praise.
The master is is more than just kind. Oh, friends, I could never have enough time to tell you of His boundless grace. Only in the remote corners of my heart I humbly shed tears. When thou appearest, the sun seems to fade, thy being shining as thousands of stars and countless jewels. Thy holy and youthful glow brighten the darkest corners of my soul. Oh, my longing heart, overfilled with joy and divine gladness, while bathing in thy infinite splendor, all worldly burdens and sorrows depart. There is none in this world who's so full of love and mercy. It would be my great honor to be just a swallow standing on one leg, life after life, singing her praise.
Thank you for joining us on Supreme Masters Music and Poetry. To find out more about Loving the Silent Tears the Musical, please visit silenttearsmusical.com. The musical CD and Brian Jew's single, both the ballad and alternate remix, are all available at Amazon.com, iTunes, and OceanOfLoveEntertainment.com.
From the star-studded musical Loving the Silent Tears comes Singing Praise.
The Master is more than just kind. Oh, friends.
Hey everyone, this is Brian Jew, formerly from the K-pop group Fly to the Sky.
Overfilled with joy and divine.
Check out the song that I sang in the musical. This is Singing Praise.
There is none in this world who's so full of love and mercy.
From the musical about humanity's search for inner peace that premiered at Los Angeles Shrine Auditorium comes the ballad and the pop remix of Singing Praise.
Only in the remote corners of my heart.
The full song is now available on OceanOfLoveEntertainment.com and other major music sites.